So as a parent with a teenager, do you feel like your teenager is always running late? Are they disorganized? Do they leave a mess everywhere they go? And are they just plain lazy? Well, today we're going to be revealing the number 3 item on our list of the top 10 things you need to stop doing as a parent with a teenager and what you can do instead. So let's get started. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jim White and I'm an author, coach, and the founder of the Family Enrichment Academy. But more importantly, I'm a parent just like you. My wife and I, we've raised 6 children, so we've been into and through those teenage years as well. Now, as I said, we're going to be revealing the number 3 item on our list of the top 10 things you need to stop doing as a parent with a teenager. So let's get started. So number 3 on the list, I'm going to ask you to stop nagging your teenager. Let me just say that again. I'm going to ask you to stop nagging your teenager. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, well, if I don't stay on them, they will never get their homework done, and we'll never make it out the door in the morning, and their room's going to always be a mess. But here's the question. Has all of your nagging really made anything better? Has your constantly late teenager suddenly become the first person ready every day when it's time to go somewhere? Or that homework that used to be such a point of contention, is it now just magically get done? Or what about their room? Is it all of a sudden organized, neat and tidy? My guess is probably not. So what is the alternative? What can you do instead? Well, before we get to that, I want to set some context by sharing one of the fundamental principles that we like to teach here at the Family Enrichment Academy. And that is that all unwanted or bad behavior is a call for love. Think of it this way. When you respond out of frustration, disappointment, anger, any of those fear-based emotions, what happens is you damage the relationship and you inhibit your teenager's ability to grow and learn and develop. On the other hand, when you respond with compassion, forgiveness, gratitude, any of those love-based emotions, what you do is you heal the relationship with your teenager and you create an environment that supports that teen's growth and development. Well, with this in mind, I'm going to recommend that instead of continuing to nag your teenager, what I want you to do is I want you to engage with concern. So let me give you an example of what that might sound like. The next time your teenager is dragging their feet and they're putting off getting started with their homework, you could say with compassion, "It looks like you're having a little trouble getting started with your homework tonight. Now, I know this has been a sore spot with us before, but tonight I'm really more worried about you than I am the homework. Are you doing okay? Are you being overwhelmed at school, or is there some issues with your friends?" Can you see how this approach helps to rebuild that connection with your teenager? And now you're also in a position to use those empowerment coaching skills that we teach to help your teenager to overcome any issue that might be underlying and causing a problem, or to be able to help them just to move the situation forward. By replacing your fear-based response of nagging with the love-based response of concern for your teenager, you're going to completely shift the dynamic of these troubled areas that you're dealing with. Your teen will go from being closed off and not open to growth to being vulnerable and willing to accept any help that you offer. And here's why. When you engage with concern, you are letting your teenager know that you see them for who they are and that you love them unconditionally. And this is the truth, isn't it? And this is in contrast to what the message that you send when you nag your teenager. That message is that the task is more important than your teen and that your love is contingent upon them doing what they're supposed to do. So there you have it, the number 3 item on our list of the top 10 things you need to stop doing as a parent with a teenager and what you can do instead. So again, I'm asking that you stop nagging that teenager, and what I want you to do instead is I want you to replace that with engaging with concern for them and what's going on for them. Well, before we sign off today, I wanted to let you know that I do have a free resource for you. And this fits into this theme of things you need to stop doing and what you can do instead. What I have is I have 10 questions you should never ask your teenager. Think of these as like conversation killers. And then I also have 10 great questions. These are the conversation starters. And this is a free resource that you can get by going to our website, familyenrichmentacademy.com. And it's available right there on the homepage. I'll put a link down in the description below. As always, it's truly an honor to be able to serve and support you as you move along your parenting journey. I just want to acknowledge you again for your willingness to step into the whole idea of being a better parent and just having that growth mindset. It's going to be critical to getting through these teenage years. Until next time, remember, a change in perspective changes everything.